me do it here. All right, I got a recording now. I mean, as people can tell, as everybody can see right now, we're in VC right now. I'm making my trade recap. First thing I always do. Today's Thursday. Come to Forex Factory. I know I have the website up there, cross, but you can see a Forex Factory over here. I do this every pre-market before I even look at the charts. Before I open TradingView, I always have this thing set up first. So, with that being said, very small day. It's actually the smallest day of the account. I made just $33.60 after commissions. I mean, today really tried to fight the urge of just sitting on my hands straight up. And then I was like, you know what? If I can just take instead of sizing up with my lot, if I could just keep it at one lot, and this account has already been doing really well. And sometimes when you're high, I feel like you should try to hit the gas, but play it safe at the same time. I was like, why not, right? Hop onto the charts. Um, hop onto the charts and I it was just one of those things I noticed, like, we go up, I mean we come down, go up, come down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and then we retested this. So ideally I really wanted to see this curl all the way back up and to eventually drop. Don't get me wrong, but I really wanted to be picky. She For the most part of the time, she curled up to 842 when my resistance is at 878. So I was like, I don't want to. I've seen this number of times where I got in early because, she has a small wick, but I'm like, she's 30, 40 points away. And then my entry is another 10, 15 points below, right? So giving a stop loss of 50 points. So I don't want that. I can't afford that. I mean, nobody should be trading like that either way to begin with. But when I saw this dipping again, especially got down here, I was like, well, if we get below this, really, it should just be free falling. So that was um, the second trade over here. I'm not exactly satisfied with that one either. Just a really slow and choppy morning, right? As soon as I enter, of course, I gotta go 15 points in drawdown, and I'm like, didn't even want to risk my first trade. The good thing about taking a second or third trade is that, especially if you're in profit on the day, you get to risk your profits from your previous trades, right? Or at least a certain percentage of it. That way, you're not hurting your capital. You're not hurting your account, especially when you're trying to grow these small accounts, guys. That lesson is extremely crucial. But the first trade, let's talk about that one because that was the one that mattered the most. And I just stand by my bias, to be honest. We're falling down. We've been falling down. I mean, as you can tell over here, every time we came down, it's followed with a push up. Came down, pushed up, came down, pushed up. So now we've been coming down. We're due for some sort of push up. I mean, even to my surprise, the fact that we came up here was crazy, but that was the only thing I could see. Um, Try to delete my drawings just so it's clear. Looking to the left, and I could see this. We held support right here, right? Last it was June 24th, and I was like, you know what? Basically, this is that little area of support. If I just extend this all the way to the right, take a look, take a look, take a look. The moment that she came down, even in the pre-market, my all my bets were already called off. There's just no way I can say that with respect. That's not what I wanted to see at all. Um, and you have to be that picky, right? You have to be that petty as well, that stubborn. When she kind of goes below that area that you want to see her holding, it makes no sense to keep going on that trade. Um, but sure enough, we came down at New York opening, and we were holding this, and we were holding it so good. And then I was like, you know what? I jumped in for a buy. Sure, she did come back up, and then she came back down. Again, just very wicky, just very choppy. Every movement, whether it's going up or down, is just it's followed like this. It's followed like this, and then you would have a spike, and then it's followed like this, and then you could come down, retest it, down, retest, and the next thing you know, back over here, she slowly was just tanking her way like this, right? So that's a very, very hard trade to manage your risk management or to try to protect your account. To be honest, I do stand by basically just being break even on the day or absolutely no trade. So $33.60, again, taking it with this tiniest lot size, I can find satisfaction and content with just at least being something in the blue. You know what I mean? So that I'm happy um of not getting in harm's way. I was a little shaky today, to be honest, and even then, these are not nearly. These are like C setups for me, so I'm not gonna regret or reminisce off of what coulda, shoulda, would've, right? Of course, people would be like, "Well, if you knew it was gonna hold support here, if you just wrote it, even half of it, you would have had $100 day, and that would have been what could have been my biggest day ended up being my smallest down account, and that's just criticism that I always gotta face. So I'm fine with that. So as always, before I end the video, the account is sitting. This is day. Let's look at it. So as you can see, my journal. So what, day one, day two, day three, day four. Today is day five. Today is actually day five of the account. And right now, as you can tell, we're sitting at 466.28. So that's great. That's great. I didn't really decide I want to keep this as a small account flip until we reach basically 200. I know it says deposit, but I was playing with this account literally with something. It was like 83, $84 and some change. So it is what it is. What started off as an experiment. I'm still experimenting some things. So there's a small price to pay. For me, it started off with a deposit of 83, $84. Now we're here. It's great though. We you gotta think about $212 from July 15th. Right now is today's date is July 23rd, and we already got it at 466. So you gotta find little moments of brightness, little moments of shine and that optimism, right? Because that's what this field needs. So peace, love, and cheers, guys. Happy Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. Has been a really rough, bitter week. Not bittersweet, just very bitter week for many people. I'm happy. I don't really recall when was the last time I took a loss, in all honesty. So that's great. Break even or being slight in profit has just saved my trading as a whole. So that's what pays my rent. That's what pays my mortgage. That's what pays my bills. That's what pays my electricity bills. That's what pays straight up those expensive date nights, rooftop bars, whatever life you want to live, right? So peace, love, and cheers, guys. Thank you.